Yo, what is up? It's your boy Pandos, and today I'm going to be talking about the new TV miniseries, Malcolm in the Middle's Life Still Unfair, a reboot of the 2000s TV show, Malcolm in the Middle, starring none other than Frankie Muniz and executive producer Bryan Cranston. And let's not forget about their amazing co-stars and unforgettable special guests. The show is only 4 episodes, and you can watch everything right now on Hulu. When we last saw Malcolm, he was graduating high school and just got accepted into Harvard. But in this new show, we pick up with the family and see how they're doing after 20 years. And we can clearly see that this man Malcolm is doing pretty good for himself, becoming not only a successful businessman and even a single father. Hell, he even got a new boo thing. I see you, Malcolm. But the only problem is Malcolm's basically been hiding himself and his new life from the crazy chaos of the family that we all know and love. On top of that, Lois and Hal are celebrating their 40th anniversary and they want to celebrate it with all their friends and family in attendance. And y'all know Lois ain't gonna take no for an answer. But what will happen when Malcolm gets busted after all these years that he's been hiding a whole secret life? But hey man, I'm gonna try to give you a review without spoiling too much, but there's a lot that I want to talk about. First things first, I can honestly say I loved every single second of this show. And for someone who grew up watching the original like 8, 7, 9 times, it really feels like they never left. The only one critique that I have about this show is that why is there only 4 episodes? Like, I really wish that we could at least got maybe 6 or 8. And I know after watching a couple podcasts of Frankie Muniz promoting the show that they was going for more like a movie feel, but I mean technically it was a miniseries also, but I still wanted that, like 6, 8, come on, bruh. Also, Dewey not coming back to reprise his role was kind of a letdown, but the replacement actor that they gave him was alright, it was okay. But I will give him a break because I know he has some big shoes to fill. But to make up for it, we see a lot of cameos from a bunch of different episodes and eras from the show. Like Malcolm's old school friends, Francis's old military buddies, even that man Gary Anthony Williams coming back to reprise his role as Abe. Speaking of Gary Anthony Williams, I actually got a chance to meet him last year at the DreamCon 2025. I got to tell him how much of a fan I was of his work, and he told me ahead of time that we was already getting 4 episodes and he was going to be in all of them. But some new things that this show does add is some unfamiliar faces that we haven't seen before. Kind of like how we get to see an adult version of Jamie now that he's older. When we last saw Jamie in 2006, he was a toddler. And after all these years, we finally get to meet Lois and Hal's kid that was announced at the end of the series finale. And on top of that, Malcolm's new girlfriend, who I personally thought was a good addition to the cast. And I love the way that they paid homage to the actors in the show who are no longer with us. But to be honest, I think they did a really good job executing this and nothing really felt forced. All the characters literally felt the exact same after all these years. And we gotta talk about Malcolm's daughter, who can also break the 4th wall just like him. Now I'm not gonna lie, at first I was a little iffy on her character, but as the episodes progressed, I'm not gonna lie, she grew on me. And I also love the way the episodes were set up and we got a chance to spend time with each character equally. Even back in the day in the OG series, I felt emotionally connected to Malcolm and his family, kind of like it was a reflection of me and mine. But as much as I was laughing, and best believe I was, there's also some emotional parts in here that brought me to tears, especially with Malcolm and his mom Lois. But overall, if you love the original Malcolm in the Middle series, you're gonna love this. Catching up with the old cast after all these years and exploring different storylines that were never explored in the original, and so much more. But if I had to rate the show, and yes, it will be a little biased, it would be a 10 out of 10 would recommend. And there you have it. That was my little review on Malcolm in the Middle, Life Still Unfair. And if you watch the show or even love the original, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, just hit that subscribe button. And what show should I do next?